Hi, my name is Tracey and I'm doing my internship with the Department of Children, Youth, and Families here in Washington State. I'm excited to tell you a little bit about what we are able to do there. The social problems that we address, the main one, is child abuse and neglect. If there's a belief that a child may be in danger, DCYF will send out a Child Protective Services team to investigate. If they find evidence that the child is in danger, they will act to remove that child and place them in a safe home. Whenever possible, this is the home of a relative. If that's not available, then the child will go to a foster home. After a child has been removed, a DCYF social worker with Child Family Welfare Services, CFWS, takes the case and works with the family to do whatever it takes to make it safe for the child to return home. This often is where parents will receive parenting classes and be able to participate in drug treatment programs and are linked to the many services that are needed so that they are able to go home and take care of their children. DCYF is the lead agency for state-funded services that support children and families to build resilience and health and to improve educational outcomes. Another social problem that they address is early learning, and they focus on making sure that there are preschool opportunities and good child care opportunities for the children here in Washington. Governor Inslee signed House Bill 1661 on July 6, 2017, creating DCYF. Before that, the services were offered through the State Department of Social and Health Services and the Department of Early Learning, but the goal with the new DCYF office is to restructure things to better serve at-risk children and youth. There are many social policies and laws that help dictate the practices that go on at DCYF. The Revised Code of Washington is legislature that found that the services were not currently organized and delivered in the best way, and so they have gone through and changed the way things are done. That can all be found there. The Washington Administrative Code 110 also goes through and explains the way best practices need to be handled within the department. The governance at the department at a state level starts with Ross Hunter, who's the Secretary of the Department of Children, Youth, and Families, who works with Frank Orde, the Chief of Staff, and Natalie Green, the Interim Assistant Secretary of Child Welfare Field Operations. The agency is divided into 6 regions so that each region has a group of people who are in charge of that area. The number of employees is vast, and as I will show you, in each region there are many steps because it is a bureaucratic system that is set up. Therefore, there's a hierarchy and many people under that person. There are a lot of programs offered at DCYF. There's Child Protective Service investigations. There's the Family Assessment Response. They deal with licensed foster care. They also deal with the juvenile rehabilitation institutions. Along with that, the Early Childhood Education and Assistance Program for preschoolers. Working Connections Child Care, which provides child care for people looking for jobs. Home visiting and adoption support services. The funding for DCYF comes from state, federal, and private dollars, and there are many people who oversee and make sure that that money is being used properly. The funding is requested by teams. The government affairs team works very closely to put together a proposal of what they feel they need each year and the areas of focus for that money. These are called decision packages, and these budget requests are submitted to the governor every fall for inclusion in his biannual or supplemental state budget proposal. There are many leaders at the state level. This chart that I showed before, the very top is just one of the leaders at the state level, and these are the many people who work under him at the state level, but that does not show then who works under these individuals at the regional level. In this chart, I can see Jennifer White, who is the area director of the building in which I work, and under her, there are many employees as well. Jennifer White is at the top of this chart, and under her there are 4 supervisors, one for each of the units in our area. I am in one of those units, so I have a supervisor up on this chart. Her name is Janie, and under Janie we have many workers. We have workers who specialize in child family welfare services in my department. One specializes in families who are dealing with family treatment court, and we also have many social service specialists who are able to assist with the many needs that go on, such as transporting youth and providing care while foster homes are being sought. Other units specialize in the CPS investigations, or they specialize in adoption support. As an intern, I'm able to work primarily with the child family welfare services, but also learning from the other departments as well. The vision at DCYF, they believe that Washington State's children and youth should grow up safe and healthy, thriving physically, emotionally, and academically, nurtured by family and community. The goal is to bring together all of these services so that families are able to access them without barriers. They value inclusion, respect, integrity, compassion, and transparency in all that they do. There are many opportunities for community development and engagement. This is a list of some of the committees that have been formed in order to make sure that what the department is trying to accomplish is actually being accomplished. One of the most basics is simply the Parent Advisory Group, where they look to make sure that the parenting classes and things are teaching the things that these parents need to know. The service delivery format with child family welfare services primarily is case management. Families are first assigned to a worker in the CPS department, but if the children are removed, it is then transferred to a worker with CFWS, who then works with the family to try for reunification. If that fails, the family is then transferred to a caseworker with adoptions, who helps to find those children a permanent home. So throughout the system, these families are dealing with many case managers, but we strive to have a team effect with working together and coordinating. Brokering is also a big factor, as families are connected to a variety of services that are provided by other agencies out in the community. DCYF produces numerous reports throughout the year to meet state and federal requirements. They detail recent research or analysis, and they highlight the progress on program initiatives. Along with agency performance measures, these reports provide an invaluable insight into DCYF program outcomes. They're very concerned in making sure that they are providing the services that they are striving to. Along with that accountability, there is an entire department called the Office of Innovation, Alignment, and Accountability, which was established when DCYF was established, and it, again, works on policy research and analysis to make sure that all of the services provided are the best that they can be. I'm grateful for the Department of Children, Youth, and Families, and for all of the people who work there, striving to make sure that all of the children in Washington are safe and healthy.